That wood scrap seems like it would be perfect for your plans. Your destiny waits on the path you'll take to avoid it. That's something. A ring dinger from the yesterdays. A thingamabob used to pling signal the faraways. Let's find out if it still works. Seems the keys need to be in sequence to make the ring dinger work. Just a few moves left. Make them count. So, the technology from yesterdays is still here today, even if its message is getting old. The day is dawning. Swifter than ever.
Det vore så happy.
It's time to set the rival tribe free. Inflict as little damage as possible as you make your way through to their sifu. Convincing the sifu that peace between your tribes is the only way you'll all survive won't be easy. He doubts the sifu will give up without a fight. That's a fire starter. The dry grass looks like it would ignite easily. You just need to create a spark to light a fire. It burns brighter than the light. Quick! Isotoped! Carving it up. It's a brand new day. The battering bonker looks like a great way to get through the gate. Bet you just need to knock and it'll open up. That's bonkers. The Netra tribe values liberty and is striving to protect freedom. They want to continue with each tribe being responsible for their own and believe that uniting the tribes is the only way you can survive. He was hoping it wouldn't end this way. There's no reason to fight instead of uniting. It would be fighting over nothing. He just needs a logical reason to trust you with the fate and fate of his tribe. If fight is all you do, he can't stand by you. He recognizes the strength of a good argument and agrees it's for the best. He'll give up the fort to you. The rival Sifu is defeated, and the destiny of their tribe is in your hands. You are free to choose their fate, but not free from the consequences of your choice. He'll leave it up to you to decide the fate of the rival Sifu, but suggests you be merciful. Thinks it's a good gesture to offer support to others when you can see that they need it. And with that, you're spinning your own fate, good or bad, never to be undone. Side by side they'll stand until order and stability is reinstituted. He's gotten news that the other tribes have realized there are no winners in this war. There's no purpose in antagonism. All three of them believe your tribe has grown strong enough to unite them. It's clear your efforts have been successful. There's light at the end of the tunnel. The tribes are tired of war and will remember the one who brought them peace, whether you decide it'll be now or later. So, do you want to end the war now or continue the crusade? He agrees. Better save your energy for something meaningful. The mountains stretch higher than the cloud. It's the Netra claw chain. He knows things that you need to know. Heard you were a somber kid and is glad you crawled out of your shell to help. So, says you covered the important things already. He knows things that you need to know. Says you should take it easy. Any sun is way better than none.
National 1, lumo na ako. Lord, Biomutant.
That's an aurora totem. Legend has it that activating the 4 of them together will form a band of your aura in the sky. Listen to all that night noise. That's a hope hall. Some used to go there every week to join hands and hope together. Not so much hope to go around these days. Made it count. Middle-lifed. Super effective. Kaboom! Starting to add up. Whoa, that's some stronky metal scrap there. This one seems to be in good spirits, despite being left here for dead. Has heard that you have a sense of compassion and trusts it's in your nature to help those in need. Asks you to do the right thing for the sake of your conscience. It's only through your inner conflict you're held accountable for your actions. Is grateful you chose that. You can't be good without doing good for others.
Come toward the light.
Good on you. Resist.
Resist? That's just a hesitation, nothing more.
Keep telling yourself that.
Ha! Just give me this one thing.
Check out those guns. There's a serenity about this spot. It's a place for rest and recovery, when day can become night, and the other way around. Sometimes your mind creates an illusion where it's possible to go back in time to relive a moment in your life. We all have things in our past we wish hadn't happened, and can come to remember seeing and doing things that never happened. However, there's no doubt that what you remember makes your future different. Choose the automaton functionality you want to recall. I was wondering when you'd recall how to spring the automaton air gliders. Feel the night wrap around you. There it is, the tree of life. The idea that all life is related by common descent, where the twigs are existing species and those produced in the past represent the succession of the extinct. The tree's great branches were once budding twigs, a connection between the past, present, and future. A representation of all extinct and living species with its ever-branching and beautiful ramifications. We are an evolution of those that came before. This is Dixie's goods. There's an outfitter and an upgrade bench dangling in that little blimp. Let's see. Don't let go. Says you'll get a special price and a wrap-up on the double. Sees you're eager to make a deal, but cautions you not to be too eager if you want to make a good deal. Wood scrap. The one kind of scrap you could actually still find growing. Let's see. It's a place well hidden. It's just below the above. Just listen. You might hear something important. Not just from me.
Iboda kelmok kantita duela bofo.
Out of Date's impressed you made it this far, but there's still so much left to do. The end of the world is still on everyone's minds.
Koyetu koweboy.
You've beaten a path where you have the power to destroy or save everyone. Question is, what you'll do with that responsibility.
Iboda kelmok kotuvon ko kumvun kono.
He can sense that your heart beats steadily and acknowledges that the best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others.
Ewe boboye.
Thinks it's important that you remember who you are and where you came from. Someone without knowledge of their history and origin is like a tree without roots.
Ewe boboye. Kim hobe bekuko ifad muk.
What do you think his are? He's the one that's called Out of Date, remember?
Ya moluwando oloi bobo pawek.
Out of Date says there's a time for everything. And now there's no use thinking of the past, for it's gone.
Muk bebuk.
Think of the present, because that's where you are. It's time to set your priorities as the one who completes things.
Baluutulua.
If you continue to do good, good will follow you.
Valu alu hero. Yalawa watnawa.
If the world really does end, there won't be anywhere to run. So he's prepared for the worst, something he calls the Ark.
Empaso dombubu bukoye.
Two sides to everything, but for him it would be devastating if you were forced to use the Ark to escape while the world crumbled.
Balu utulua.
Out of Date says there's no clear record of the chain of events that changed the course of history and brought the world to its knees.
Le yayato ikobe. Ifari kobo faru.
He's found evidence on the Ark, records of a crisis, decades of contamination that permeated the ground and broke its inner core.
Atu wamawa.
The contamination disrupted what we now know as Ki energy, the life force that runs through all things, living and inanimate.
Potowata. Honto kontue pon levun gojo.
He's been told the blight affected everything at a genetic level and turned our perception of normality on its head.
Pilvov ugvuhu vobra bum.
It was only those that changed that avoided extinction, proving that the possibility for survival and renewal was real.
Pilvov ugvuhu vobra bum.
He understands you are curious about the ship at the foot of the tree. He says it surfaced when the oil broke through the ground.
Tolu keta. Ya wawanawe.
The Ark predates the back-in days, and now, after years of study of the manuals he found inside, he believes he's figured the ship out.
Tolu keta. Ya wawanawe.
The Ark has room for 4 more, and he trusts you'll apply wisdom to your compassion and choose whom to save if the world comes to end.
Tika maperna. Miami. Tolu mawawanya.
He'll keep the seats open, and you are free to invite up to 4 others to join you in the Ark in the event of a cataclysm.
Tika mapena. Yo tulua.
Out of Date says that from what he's heard, you've been busy.
Yeah. Savoita mua.
He says he appreciates what you've done so far, but unfortunately he's got urgent news from his friend Goop in the southeast.
Kuzata ghetto. Why ghetto?
Out of Date says that even though he's unsure about your intentions, he hopes you'll support Goop.
Taimis. Lua tolu tum. Kim hobe bekuku hifar muk.
He says he'll point you in the right direction, but finding Goop and making sure he gets what he needs is up to you. That's the sound of impending doom. Out of Date's premonitions of imminent disaster are true. The Porkypuff needs to be handled.
Ayamu aya.
Out of Date says that Goop is worried now that the Southeast World Eater is stepping up its activity.
Koyetu korebui. Far kobemako to far titaba.
He explains that Goop is working on a goo-gliding vessel in order to get to the World Eater, but needs help to get it done.
Papa mofubak atu awa ya ya.
Out of Date suggests that you should head southeast as fast as possible and see what you can do to help.
E baso to bubu bukoye.
He wonders what's on your mind.
Mau mauya.
Says you're welcome back. That better be rain. That there's Subnautica Station. Goop flounders around in there. You're here for a reason. It's up to you to figure out what that is.
Langu. Ajitawa. Daikeza titutuata. Mano fitness.
Gulpo ain't the easiest tongue, but I think he says he's happy to see a friendly face. Not too many of those around these days.
Kantuale.
Says it's good to see you again. He's Goop. You might remember him from the old days when he tried to teach you how to swim. Goop says you were always so righteous as a child, and he can still feel it, even at a distance. Goop says memories fade surprisingly fast. We are all pieces of what we remember. It's only together we can remember the story as it was. He knows he's easy to remember. There's no one out there as cuckoo as him. He's one of a kind. Goop says our memory keeps things for us and protects them until we are ready to face them again. He understands you've returned to face Lupa Lupin. That's the destiny you've been carrying within yourself all these years. He says that the catastrophe back then didn't vanquish the good in you. It's still there, as bright as when you were a child. Now the time has come for you to remember and act. Your life is your life, not the story you're told about it. He understands why you seek revenge, but he doesn't think you realize how that'll make you feel once you claimed it.
Bam! The dark wins again. Right? Right?
That's right! Think! The right thing is right there!
Oh, shut that light off, would you?
Makes me feel brighter by the second.
Don't doubt yourself. That's what light is for.
Says life on the goo is wide open. You have so many choices of where to go. Some harder than others, of course. Which kind do you like? Hit the open surf, then. The trouble is you can only rely on yourself, at least until you reach a new shore and make new friends. Can hardly believe the world is going to make it. Wonders what that's going to do to the goo. Thanks you for doing everything you could to de-goop the surf. Thinks the Myriad made a good match with you. You're both like sunshine on the surf. Never seen any brighter. Shine on. But hey, back to the goo. Knows yesterday is already gone. It's what you do today and tomorrow that'll move you forward. You need to set the past aside, at least for now. He can't leave the Subnautica station, as the pollution has worn down the insulation of his suit. So you must salvage enough scrap to fix up his goo glide, starting with the old wreck box outside. You should return when you've retrieved the scrap. There's no time to waste if you want to make the goo glide strong enough to fight the Porky Puff. You're lucky that way. There's still cargo left on the shores from before the apocalypse. His best guess is a tower tanker hit a reef and went under. Let's see. Watch out for big fish when you're near the shore.